So for this assessment, I got a BIM coordination process system, and this will be among two different types of clashes: the HVAC system against the structural steel, as well as the plumbing system versus the structural steel. So according to the McCarthy BIM coordination priority system, it is listed from the systems are listed from for descending priority space. So, kind of meaning the top ones listed on their process list are have priority over the ones below. So, according to their system, I created a game plan here for this these two type of clashes. Um, so our building structure is of much priority to our project compared to the HVAC system. So I have to prevent any potential changes into our structure that may affect it later on throughout the process of the project. We will be adjusting our HVAC system around the structural steel. Again, this is to prevent any changes to our building structure that may affect its strength or stability later on. So I did notice that the HVAC system was listed kind of to the top, bottom 3, bottom 4 or so of their list, and the structural steel was at the top. So obviously you don't want to make many changes to your structural. That's going to require changes to the documents, contracts, and it can affect the stability of the structure. You don't when you have that set, you don't really want to change that. So it's easier to work around it with the HVAC system. And as far as for the plumbing, same thing. The plumbing was right near next to the HVAC system. All the HVAC system, the plumbing system, and the mechanical systems were all together placed at the same priority location. So the plumbing system as well, we could work that around the structural steel according to the clashes detected on the Navisworks software. So unfortunately, I couldn't open mine, but I have my viewpoint set up here. But problem is, I'm not showing up. My clashes isn't either showing up as I try to open it today. But I was able to save my files. So these are my viewpoints for the clashes. This is for the HVAC system and the structural steel. So here we have a duct interfering with the structural steel. We also have on this side as well, on this viewpoint that I saved, have this one as well. So for this, we could have the engineers, kind of set up a game plan, kind of adjust this one. They can move it either coming this way or adjust it this other way. Something that will not affect the walls either when they're coming in. So I had about like 30 something clashes, 20 something clashes on this one. As far as for my plumbing, my report here as well, I have this plumbing pipe coming down here. So I'm not sure if you could see that, but I have a note saying relocate the plumbing drain or shift its location. I'd say we could either move it a little bit higher since it's like right on the structural beam, or move it out to the right a couple feet or a couple inches. I also have another one here. Same thing here. The location, this clash here, it's really important to keep an eye out for those. I also have should be this one as well. This clash. So the plumber's got to verify with the engineers to kind of set up a plan. What won't it affect since they're there. Have this other plan here. So as you can see, they kind of we need to figure out, will the rerouting the duct be of an issue? how quickly can they do it, or will it affect other scopes of work. So the plumber's gotta verify with that change. I'm sure they can move it around and then work around, or their way around it, since the duct and the mechanical it's a lot more flexible than the structural steel. So this helped me out learn that how important NavsWorks is. I would really appreciate if this was working on me right now today, but I don't know why it's not working. But luckily I was able to save my my clashes, the images, and my report. um this is really interesting. It really taught me that I really had no idea this existed, to be able to detect clashes, especially when you've created this. So it's really great for a project, because this gets rid of that time consuming of preparing, or you start working and then eventually you realize during that moment, wow, my duct is going right in between my structural steel. And then to be able to set up a plan for that, it's time consuming, and this really helps adjust for that and kind of have a plan set already for whenever you encounter these situations. So you could say, hey, I detected these so many clashes, keep an eye on these locations, work around it, or have this is a kind of plan we want to set and want to have. So talk to the engineers, communicate with them, and it's easier to know, hey, I remember that this location we were going to have a clash. Okay, how are we going to do it? Where's it going to come from? And it's really important. And it's BIM, for this fact, has been really successful in as far as project getting them done on time, because this, as I mentioned before, it's time consuming, and time is money. So you really don't want to lose much more money or much more time, because on something it's possible to prevent before you begin begin working, and setting up a plan when it comes to these encounters. But it's really interesting. I really like it, and I really hope to someday be able to use this again, to be able to help me out in the future.